French spirits manufacturer Pernod Ricard, known for its brands such as Chivas Regal, Jameson, Absolute and Blender's Pride, Pernod Ricard recently launched their first premium Indian single malt brand, Longitude 77. And now, as we step into 2024, Pernod is taking their new Indian single malt brand to global markets. Ahead of their Dubai launch, in a special chat, we are catching up with Kartik Mohindra, Chief Marketing Officer, Pernod Ricard India, on their new brand, Rise of Indian Single Malts, sharpening their India focus, premiumization and their strategy for 2024 and much more. Kartik, welcome to CNBC TV 18.
Thank you very much.
So, Kartik, you've recently launched Pernod's first Indian single malt brand, Longitude 77. Tell us what has been the response so far for the brand over the past couple of weeks and what was the reason for the launch?
We had a fabulous launch here in Gurgaon, and I think the reviews that we've got from consumers and aficionados alike, that it's an exceptional product, and we are extremely proud of it and very bullish about its future. And yes, you're absolutely correct. In the coming days, we're going to spread our wings into Dubai, which we believe has huge amount of potential with a lot of affluent Indian expat audiences. I'm sure they too will love the product.
And what is your strategy to tap into, the Indian diaspora in the Middle Eastern market?
So I think the fundamental of our product is the finest that India has to offer. Right? So as the name suggests, Longitude 77 is representative of India. It celebrates India, its terroir, its rich heritage, and the special process of whiskey making that we bring on board. And we do believe that the audiences, particularly in Dubai, who know the single malts very well, would appreciate the fine craftsmanship that went behind this product. And we do believe that Indian pride is a very, very strong motivator these days and here to stay. And that's really what we are presenting to our audiences. Similar to our event in India, we will again, invite the who's who of Dubai to our event, do our unique storytelling about the Longitude 77, and give a taste to the audiences of what this great liquid and how we are celebrating the rich diversity that this country has to offer.
Over the past couple of months, in fact, we have seen how in this entire realm of premium single malts, the Indian single malts, especially, are emerging as winners. They are extremely popular, becoming very popular globally. How is this, Karthik, according to you, reshaping this entire spirits market?
You're absolutely correct. I think India's always, for many years now, been the largest whiskey consuming nation in the world. But I don't think India has got its rightful place in the world of quality and premium whiskey making as a provenance. And I think that's what a lot of our the other players in the alcohol industry of India have been dabbling with in the recent years with a lot of success. Some really really good products out there in the market. So I think and they are beginning to find a very interesting part of the bars across the world, and which is great. And they're also winning significant awards, which are a badge value to the authenticity and the quality that they're putting out there. But I think individually, as brands and collectively, I think we can work towards in truly putting India on the global map of quality and premium whiskey making. And I think that's really the most exciting part that we would be eager to see and shape in the years to come.
Yes, and as you mentioned, India is traditionally a whiskey loving nation, and the proof of it is you go to any international airport, you see Indian and Indian families carrying their permitted 2 liters at any of those airports, and it's a regular sight over there. But having said that, being one of the largest players in this space, what are some of the key trends that you are seeing when it comes to whiskey consumption, and how will it shape your strategy moving forward in 2024?
I think, thank you for that. I think it's quite the rather definitive era of the alcohol industry here in India, and to us, the younger emerging consumers are very different, cohort as compared to generations before them. They're highly experimentative. Uh, Premiumization is an extremely important part of their lives, and as they move up the financial or their career ladders, they do believe in sort of endorsing brands that create a far stronger impact with their individual requirements. Consumers today have a far more deeper relationships with any brand that they endorse, right? Whether it's whiskey or any other category, and they want to know so much more about the process, and not simply about what the brand is about or the comp strategy that it does. So I think that's where, to us, India is truly emerging. The consumers are going to have a very strong opinion on the brands of their choice. But of course, the good news for the Indian consumer is that while they have a much wider uh, consumption occasion set, and of course a wider repertoire of brands or categories that they endorse. Ultimately, to them, the definitive product and which offers a lot of reflection on their status remains whiskey. And we at Pernod Ricard are very closely not only monitoring but also influencing these trends. And we do believe that we have a very expansive portfolio straddling multiple price points, multiple provenance led stories that will be able to cater to these emerging needs.
Interesting times also, Karthik. At one end, we see how the Indian alco beverage market, is it's intensifying. It's getting so competitive, with players, with new launches every month. But at the other end, there are so many restrictions when it comes to advertising. The most recent one has been where the advertising budget for brand extensions has to match the restricted master brands, the extension of the sales turnover. Your thoughts on this, and also if you can share, Karthik, as a marketer, then how do you reach to your TG? How do you do it creatively?
We are not only compliant with the evolving regulatory landscape, but equally we keep engaging with them to make sure that we also promote business practices while they remain compliant, but also are let's say business focused. So those conversations are ongoing, and we hope that we'll be able to come to a meaningful solution on that, which is pro industry in a certain way. But let's see. Having said that, when it comes to some of our marketing strategies, yes, we remain committed to the laws and the regulations of this country. And I think one of the biggest endeavors in this regard, of course, would be to make sure that we are present in the right channels. We are activating. We are talking about getting our brands in the hands of the audiences when they seek those particular experiences. Uh, Additionally, I think the again going back to the great rise of the India story in so many years, I think what's really interestingly emerging is that trends are no longer coming from the urban centers. We see a lot of these experiential interests cascade into tier two, tier three. No longer can one focus only on the big cities, right? So what it means is that we have to go and penetrate the market further, go deeper into the cities, engage with them in the on or off premise where the consumers visit, and do storytelling over there. So yeah,
So
we'll keep finding.
experiential is one of the strategies.
Well, this is likely to be one of the biggest and the most important in the years to come.
All the best for that. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.